Hi everybody! For this week video, I will show you how I did my little pig. First, I cast on my machine. For this video, I will use ADDI Express King Size and ADDI Express Professional. So 46 needle and 22 needle. First, I cast on my machine, one in the front, one in the back of each needle. So first row is done. I will just crank the machine. When you reach 55 rows, it's time to cast off your machine. So you cut your yarn and you make sure you got enough of the yarn to pick up all your stitches. I will turn it to get a better view for you. So you start the next stitch from where you ended with the tail of yarn. The next stitch to your right, and you pick up every stitches between the two little teeth of each space on your ring, red ring. So I continue like that. The video is almost 1 hour, so make sure you have something to drink and a notepad or a notebook to keep the row count right somewhere. So I stretch it, so that part will be for the head. So it's time to close the tube now, just by pulling the tail like this, and you make sure you put all the stitches inside, so it give a better seam. So I will pick up some stitches to make sure everything is secure with my needle. So with the tip of my needle, I will grab one stitch every 2 stitch, and I will close it with a double knot. I will do the same thing to the other side. So we are preparing for the head of our little pig. My friend Corinne called my pig Bacon. She said you should call him Bacon. Okay, so you go from the middle on one side and you reach the middle of the other side, and you attach those two tails together to secure your work. So after that, you will have to stretch it and put that aside for later. Make sure you have some stuffing for the head. So cast on now is gonna be for the ears. So cast on with waste yarn. First row, one in the front, one in the back. What is waste yarn? It's a yarn that we will remove at the end, but it will help us to close and get all the stitches. And very important to have waste yarn a different color of your work yarn or your project yarn. So I did 5 rows of waste yarn, and I will add my project yarn now. In this case, it's the pink, and don't worry, I will show you on the screen all the numbers you need to do that little pig. So you add the cutters just like that, and for the ears you need 2 ears and 5 waste yarn and 13 rows of pink. You could make your pig another color, but me, I choose to do it pink because I have the pink at home and my little girl chose the pink. So when you reach 13 rows, you will go and cast off. So you cut your yarn, you make sure you add at least 60 centimeters to remove your stitches from the machine, and make sure you crank it, because to be removed from the machine, the machine have to be cranked and it will release stitch one by one. If you don't crank, you won't be able to remove the stitches. So you go between the 2 teeth and you pick up every stitch one at a time. I will go a little bit faster. So keep in mind, I will do that for just example at the beginning of the video, but later on I will not cast on or anything. I will just show you the project tube when it's off the machine. So we will close one side like we did for hat, just by pulling on the tail and put it very tight. And this will be one side, and the other side we will do a close with the Kitchener stitch. So got the tail this side, and we go the opposite side with a hook number 4 or number 5, and we will grab one stitch on the side, one stitch on the other side. If you're not comfortable with that way of closing, or not comfortable with a hook, I will put in the video comment of YouTube 5 different ways to close a tube. So you could choose option number 3. It's how to close your work with the needle. So if you're not comfortable with hook for now, maybe later, but at least you could do that project with the option number 3 from the other video that I will post in the comment. So I will continue like that, so you could see the pink is easy to pick up because the gray is a different color. And we will remove the waste yarn after. I will show you. So very important here to grab all the stitches, because if you miss one, you're gonna get some drop stitch and you don't want it. It's always a way to fix it, but sometimes when you're not comfortable with fixing things, you better make sure you don't miss any stitches. So you use the tail to close your line after. So last one here, and the tail to close the line. Push it, and time to remove. Sometimes it's harder, so you have to remove the first row of your yarn, just like that. And when you're done with the first row, it will be easy to remove after. So like I said, I want to show all the time the cast on and the cast off of each tube, but keep in mind I will show you all the tube at the end, and you will see how to attach everything together. So I remove the waste yarn, put that aside, and I those little tail. So I need 2 ears. I won't show the second one because you know that you need 2 ears. So now it's time to close for the head. You already closed one side, and now it's time to close the other side. So we pick up every 2 stitch with your wool needle. Very important. Not every stitch, because it's going to be hard to close. So time to stuff your head. In this case I use blanket stuffing because it was what I had at home, so it will work. Important thing is to do a very nice ball and stretch everything like that and put it. Make sure it's not too big because it won't work, won't look good. You have to find the right way. So I close that. When it's closed, it's ready to be put aside, and I those little tail before you put that aside. So I have my ears. I will show you how I did the shape of my ears. So with my finger I will push one corner in the middle, so I put that inside. Very easy and very nice ears when this part is done. So where to secure it, you have to put your take your wool needle and secure the bottom of it. Make sure that it's not change the shape. And if you're still with me right now, can you put on the YouTube comment a little smile in the comment? Just use the emoticon or write the word smile and I'll be happy. So that told me where you were in the video, if you're still there at that moment. So I will attach one ears. To attach one ears, I will go and use the same yarn that I have here, and I will do the second one here with my 2 thumbs. I push that inside, and I will do the same thing I just did with the first hairs. There. And I will secure the bottom too. There. Almost finished. And then I will be able to add it on the head. I struggle a little bit for this project because I used the same yarn for 2 other projects before, and I noticed that I should have all the ball of the Bernat Premium Pink to do that pig. So you will see during the video I will save every little tail of yarn to finish it, but it worth it because my little one, when she arrived from school, she was in love with her new toys. So I will do the ears. So I'll grab on the head and grab on the ears, on the head, 1 stitch on the head, 1 stitch on the ears. So we'll continue like that. There. Like I said, you need 1 full ball of pink Bernat Premium, and it is 7 ounces or 198 grams of yarn that you need for that one, just for the pink. For the gray, you don't need that much. So I continue, almost finished with this ears. So time to put the other one. And for the other one, I will do the same thing. Just grab on the head and go around it. And if you're more secure to attach your ears, do it. Use a stitch marker or something to attach it, or pin, whatever you have close to you that you're comfortable to use it. So I will sew this again. Ears. The video is long, I know, but it was 2 hours 36 minutes, and I cut it to less than 1 hour. So, and I didn't go very fast because I want everybody to be able to give it a try. And I think this will be a nice Christmas gift or birthday gift or maybe baby shower gift. Never know. So almost finished. You go and grab 1 stitch like this and 1 stitch like a full V on the ears. There. Almost finished. Look, already so cute. It's too bad you can't see it like I did during the video. My little girl arrived from school. She wanted to play with it right away. I said, you have to wait. I didn't do any picture yet, and you will have it just after. She said, I can't wait, Mommy. So that their hair is done. It's very cute. So their ears are there. You could keep it like this or fold your ears. So now it's time to do the little nose. So like I said, I didn't cast on and cast off. I just show you the finished tube when it's released from the machine. So I did 13 rows, cast on for 13 rows and cast off, and then close both sides of the tube, and we'll create a little circle with it. You learn a lot of thing in this video, so hope you listen all of it. So this is how I did the little circle. So you could use on a different project too. You could do a face scrub the same way. So you learned something new today. I'm happy with that. So I do a double knot on one side with my 2 tail of yarn, and I will be ready to attach it on the head. So I will just push my yarn on the side to prepare it to be easier to remove, and then I will attach it on the face of my little pig. Make sure you put that in the middle of it. So I attach it in the middle, and I will go and grab on the side of my circle. I don't attach it very tight because I want to be like a relief in French. I don't know if it could say that in English, but I want it to be like a 2-dimension or 3-dimension. So I grab one stitch here and one stitch there. I jump because I don't want it to be too flat on the head. I want it to have a little shape for the nose. So I go and grab another one here. Almost there. Almost finished. You could start seeing the little pig. I start doing the head because it gives me an idea how the body should be after. So like this, almost finished. There. Hi, little piggy. Mr. Bacon. There. So I close it with a knot, and I will hide it between the 2 layers of the nose. Got it? And voila! And hello head. It's already cute like this. Oh my god, I like it. So time to put the little eyes. Usually I use my tooth my tooth cleaner, the blue thing, the string, but I can't find it. So I decided to use a trombone, a little piece of metal to push the yarn in the hole, and always use a long tail of yarn when you do the eyes because you will see why. So I prepare both of my eyes and I will go and attach it. So for my eyes, I will take the yarn needle and grab one stitch from one side, 2 stitch, or one stitch on one side, and remove it from the yarn needle and go on the other tail. So like this, it cross, and then I will push it down and go with my wool needle, find the top of the head with the yarn and push on it, put it on the wool needle again, the second tail, bring that on the top, and now I will push on my eyes and pull on my tail to put my eyes a little bit lower in the in the head. Oh my god. So I do the same thing the other side, change the tail, and you go and do a knot like this and bring it on the top. There. And the second one, and you do the same thing. You will push on the eyes and pull on the tail and do a knot, and I will keep those tails to do a little bit of the hair, so don't cut it too short. I like his face. So look, cute little face. Hi, cutie. So now I will twist the yarn the opposite side to find all the little pieces and to give some volume to the hair. There. Almost finished. I think I have another 2 to love. You got some character. See, I'm cute, huh? So now I will do the nostril. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly because I had to check on Google Translator to know how to say that in English, but the Google, I didn't get it right. So I do my best for you to understand. So I did twice, and then I go on the other side like this and go straight down and come up again and straight down, come up again, and I will go with my needle at the beginning where I start the nostril and reach the other one like this, the same stitch. Cut it, don't tie it too tight because you don't want to change the shape of your face, and you will push it with the tip of your needle inside to hide it. There. So now it's time to do the paws. For the paws I will cast on with pink yarn. No need of waste yarn for this part. So you go straight with your project yarn. Cast on is done. So now it's time. You did 25 rows of pink. And you now add the gray. You attach both together. It's the only time you attach colors with, it's when it's for the project, not the waste yarn. Waste yarn, you never attach it like that. So with the gray, I will do 10 rows of gray. So don't worry, you will have the recipe soon. So I cut the gray, put the tail in the middle, open the yarn feeder, put it down, bring the pink and hold it. Make sure the needle grab the yarn correctly, and then you attach both little tail together. One knot and second knot, and then you crank. You need another 25 rows of pink. So the recipe is pink 25, gray 10, and pink again 25. So very easy to remember that you need 4 paws. So when it's gonna be the time to cast on, you will need at least 60 centimeters of yarn to pick up every stitches one by one between those little teeth. I pulled the middle of my work like this because when it touched the table, sometimes you could have some drop stitch because of the tension the work touching the table could do. So cut the yarn, make sure you have at least 60 rows, and open the yarn feeder, and you will start picking on the black needle like you could see it right now. So you crank your machine a little bit and you start on the next needle. Very important to crank the machine, because if you don't crank the machine and the stitch don't pass through the yarn feeder, you won't be able to remove it from the machine. And you're gonna get very frustrated. So remove every stitches between the 2 little teeth, and then you will be able to remove your project. There. That's the last time that I bring my machine for this video. So now you always gonna see finished tube. So stretch it, 3 colors, put that aside, and now it's time to do the belly. You could see that I used some gray because I told you earlier I didn't have enough paint to finish it, so I decided to cut my belly in the middle like this, and the gray will be inside, so we won't see it. So the belly is 60 full pink rows. So how I did the paws, I would just go one side, reach it, and bring it to the other side. So that way it's easier to prepare your paws. So the gray will be the tip of the paws. Voila! So I put my little pig watching me during my work. So I put the string of the middle one like this. I will go a double knot like this, and for this one, and didn't cut the yarn yet. I will pull the other tail, like this, and take those two tails, attach it together to secure it, and you have one paws almost finished. You do that for the 3 other one. There, and hide those little tail in the middle of the 2 layer. Got it? There. Do the same for the rest. So it will look like this without the stuffing on the belly. So just to give you an idea. So haha, oink oink, I'm the pig. My name is Bacon. So I will pull another one like this. For paws are now ready. So before you choose which one go up and which one go down, just compare the size, because sometimes even you have the same amount of rows, sometimes it's gonna be taller than another one. So I will do the same kind of closing for the belly. So I start with the middle and close the gray part that you won't see because it's gonna be inside the belly. It's a little tip if you don't have enough yarn, just go and put that in the middle, always away, huh? And you pull on the second tail to close it. And like I did with the paws, you will use a 2 tail, attach it together, and hide the tail between the 2 layers with the wool needle. There. Almost finished. Finish with the knot. Secure it again. Yeah. And stretch it. When it's well stretched, you will get some stuffing. So now you see the little stair I have here to hide it in my work. I will put that in front, and I will close with the wool needle. Will close and grab every stitch. And I need the step in the middle like this, because we will hide it, so we won't see it after. It's very important to be in the middle. Usually I said to put that on the side, but today I will tell you to put that in the middle like this. So if you're still watching the video, can you put a little smiley face again, like 2 smiley face, to say that you're here? So you don't have to write anything, just put 2 smiley face, so we'll know that you listened the video till here. So almost finished, and then I will pull on both sides of the work and go in the middle to reach the little step like this, and you will understand why. So I go around in the middle and pull, because I want a little V shape for the paws. So it is what I want, that way. There. Go again. If you want to flat seam the bottom of the paws, it's okay. Me, I just decided to do it like this because the video was already long, and it look cute like this too. My little girl love it, so she's my first fan. So I will prepare for the belly. I did my little balls with my blanket stuffing, and it's almost that. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So to do that, I will go and grab every 2 stitch with my wool needle. You could skip that part, but me, I choose to do it like this because I want it to be not too wide. I don't want it to look like a shape. I want it to look like a little bit of like a hoe, not a hoe, a circle. Sorry, I probably didn't say it correctly. So every 2 stitch like that, and then I will pull it to get to the size I really want the open to be. And after that, I will show you how to faux graft your work. It's very easy to faux graft. You could use it on another project after. So this project have little tip during all the video, different technique that I use, and it could open doors to you to get more idea or inspiration for other kind of project for the future. So every 2 stitch like this, I will pull a little bit, and now I will attach it and show how I faux graft it. Oof, not easy to say. So I will grab a full stitch one side, put the tail inside, full stitch one side, and go the other side, take 1 stitch there, and go on the other side, grab a full stitch, and always stay on the same rows. So if you decide to choose the first rows, stay on the first rows. You decide to do on the second one, stay on the second one, because you don't want your work to twist and don't look good, because this project take a lot of time, so you want to make it right. So I will continue like that, grab 1 on the side, and you could see this stitch is like appear like magically right now. It's like an invisible seams, but it's a faux graft. So bring that. I'm sorry I don't have the right word all the time, because English is my second language, and right now the only place I practice is on Facebook and YouTube. So I practice a lot of writing. I'm not that good, I know. I do a lot of mistakes, but at least I tried. So almost in the middle. So we'll continue. Keep going. And after that, I will show you how I attach my paws, the legs part. But if you decide to use another technique to attach your paws, it's up to you. It's your project. Me, I just show you the way I use and to inspire people. So you take what you can, and if you have other option or better option, use it. So almost finished. there. You see, it gave a very nice finish. There. Almost finished. And I continue. There. So I will eye the tail between the two layers. It's very nice and soft. And do a double knot or knot just to secure everything to keep the work together. Oh, cute! So, time to attach the first bars. So we'll do wrap one full stitch on the side, and I start at the third rows, and I will go on the belly. Grab a stitch, and you keep always the same rows. If you choose to pick up from row number 3, you stick with row number 3. If you don't do that, it won't look good at the end. It will look crooked. You don't want it. You want it to be nice finish and neat. So I continue. Grab one full stitch on the legs and go on the belly. It's like a full stitch too. We'll attach everything together. I cut a little piece later on. You won't see it, but my light fell on my head during the video. I have a little bumps on my head. I really need to buy some stuff. To make more video and more lightning. Not lightning, but more light. There on the other side, and grab one stitch there, and after that you will pull a little bit on your work, on your tail, and it will secure all your stitches. So you will do that for the other paw too. You will see better on the next paw. I keep a lot of the video like regular speed to make sure that all of you get it, because sometimes if you go too fast, I saw a lot of video that they go very fast and it's not easy to follow for everybody. So I want my video to be easy to follow by everybody. So that's why I choose to put a long version for this one. So almost finished. Make sure you close all the little hole that it make before you do your knot. There. And the knot. See, look good. And a little knot. And I will put the little tail in the between the little big. Another knot. and hide it. Hide it. And voila, the first part is done. Time to step to the other one. It's cute. So I will speed up a little bit for the next one because you already seen it. There. One on the belly and one on the legs. And hide it. And now I will do the upper paws or the arms of the little pig. He's cute. There. For the arms, I will not put it like right in the middle. I just go like lower, like 2 or 3 centimeters from the middle of the belly on the top. I just attach it like to keep it together now. Make sure that they stay together. So I will do a knot here, and I will go and grab my second arm to do the same thing the other side. So that part is secure. I will do the other side and make sure it's all the side. You don't want to be crooked, so attach this one there. If you're still here right now, can you put 3 smiley face in the comment? I know I'm very talent with that. Not talent, but I don't know in English. Silly, maybe? I don't. Maybe I'm not the right word. But there, and cut that. Keep the little tail for later because I will need it. I didn't show complete tail at the end, but I will put in the comment the tail pattern I did with the hook. But if you're not comfortable with the hook, don't put any tail, that's it. Or make one but with the felt or something like that. So voila, the body is done. Time to put the head on. Oh, hi sweetie. I will put some more hair. I will put some gray hair too, to make it a little bit contrasting. So I put that like when I do a poncho, do frange, and I will open it like I did with the other piece. There. Keep going. There. Voila. You look cute, Monsieur Pig. Or Mrs. Pig. Another one. Pull and push on the knot and cut it the same size of the other one. You really have some style. There. I'm cute. I'm just too cute. You know, style like this on the side or like that on the other side. He make me a big smile on my face. There. Time to attach a head. Make sure you have your head the right position that you need it, and you will start on the head and go on the chest. There. On the shoulder, I pick very deep to get under the armpit, like this, not there, right there, and I will go and pull on the yarn after to secure it. That's why it's all loose right now, but it's okay now. So I will turn it for you to see better, and grab and get all the shoulder. Grab the head, there, there, go deep and continue on the back. Grab one stitch and grab another one. There, almost finished. We will reach the other arm soon. Grab it. There. On the head again. Oh la la. Grab it. Come back because I went too far. Make sure I grab my arms correctly, and then I will go deeper and pick the shoulder and the body. Make sure everything's secure. Like here, I will go and grab the head and the arm and the breast and head. And time to pull on my little tail. Almost finished. There. And if you have watched all the video, put a thumbs up or write finish on it, and I will be more than happy. So I continue till I get the other tail, and I will pull it. There. Pull on it. Make sure you pull. Make sure it doesn't change the shape. You want double knot, and I did. And you work. Almost finished. Now we put some decoration on it. I will add the tail, and I will add a belly button. Stay for the belly button. Ta-da! Almost finished. Oh, you're cute. You're so cute. Now on your back, and I will put you a belly button. For the belly button, I will do a X, so I will cross like this. Keep a tail at the beginning to make sure that I have enough to close it. So I will do my little cross, go back to this again, and I will come back and then I will go under to get the top one, and I will go over to get to get the second one. I will close it in the same place that I start, attach those two tails together, and I will hide it in the belly. You won't see it. And cut it. There. Oink, oink. There. So you need a tail right there. So I I save all the little tail of yarn that I have left to make the tail. It's only, I didn't sell this one, it's only for my kids, and she's very more than happy with it, so don't worry. So I attach all those tails together with a big knot, and I will crochet it after to give it a shape of a tail. And it worked. But if you're not comfortable with hook or crochet, don't worry with the tail. Put that on the side. Don't do any if you don't comfortable. Your pig is still cute too. So I attach everything, and I will start with a hook number 5. I will chain 20 stitch and come back on the 4th one, the 4th before the end of the chain, and start right there with that double stitch 4 times in the same stitch. I don't know if I say it right, but I'm not good at all with the name of the stitch, so I do 4 in the same stitch and go 4 on the next one, and it will give that shape after a while. So I happen to arrive at the end, remove the hook, and attach those two together, put a knot, and I will attach it on my little pig. There. So you could check on YouTube to how to make a a spring in crochet. But me, I'm not good at it to show hook. I have to practice myself with that. So I cut the excess, and I will attach it on my little pig. So the tail is long. It's like a 5, not 5, but 4 centimeter long at least, just to give a little tail to our buddy. Time to attach. So I will go and grab in the middle, a little bit close to the middle of the back, and go back another time to secure it. I will attach it in the knitting, and not the knitting, but the crochet tail. Grab it, and then I will do a knot. And I did in the belly after. Like this, and then I did in the body of your little pig. So voila, you're done. I'm so happy to share it with you today. Hope you enjoy your video. took me a long time to finish it. Sorry for that, but hope you enjoy it. So I wish you a good day, and we will see you with another video for next week. So Mr. Bacon say bye bye. See you next week. He's tired too. So see you later, alligator. No, see you later, Mr. Bacon. Okay, that's the belly button. That's the tail. He's so sweet. I like his face. You could play with the ears, put it lower from one side and